I packed lube in my overnight bag. We laid together kissing, and then I felt his dick and I went into shock. Guys, his dick was tiny. Not just small, tiny. Welcome to the What Would You Do podcast with JJ and Nimi. We are here again, and we are so thankful. Don't know why I did that voice, but we are genuinely so thankful that you're here for this ride, the ride of your life on this podcast that we do.
What is happening? Okay, I just want to apologise.
It's a Friday recording, Nimi.
Yeah.
I'm pumped.
Yeah, this used to happen on the radio. Like Friday shows were null and void. Like no one knew what they were gonna get, including us.
No, exactly. Keep your DMs coming. What Would You Do podcast? Thank you so much for you DMing every single week. It is literally making this show what it is. So we really, really appreciate you. Make sure you hit subscribe on YouTube. WWYD JJ Nimi. Drop us a follow on Instagram. Share our reels. Shukran, shukran.
Thank you.
Shukran.
What are we kicking off with?
We have had a response from the subcontinent guy.
Yeah, so this is a follow-up for all of you that listened to our episode a couple of episodes ago.
Yeah, a couple of episodes ago, yeah.
Yeah.
This guy has caught up with it. So basically the premise of it is that he met a MILF from the subcontinent, which we have now found out is actually India.
Yeah.
Which we didn't know at the time. We thought everywhere was a subcontinent.
Yeah.
So this is what this show is. We're learning every single day.
Mm-hmm.
Also, he met a MILF. He took her to a hotel and then in Sharjah, and then he slept with her. He said it was absolutely disgusting because she was on a period. Now, my argument is that he should be blessed to be sleeping with a MILF anyway, period
100.
or no period. Honestly, let it rain on me. I do not care because as a 21-year-old man, sleeping with an Indian MILF would be nothing but an honour.
Especially as a virgin.
As a virgin.
Yeah.
In the Emirate.
Yeah.
He's now responded. I thought he'd be responding abuse because...
Yeah, I thought because we weren't exactly nice about it.
We weren't much on his side. Anyway, hey, I'm the subcontinent guy. Thanks, Nimi, for the compliment.
What compliment did I give him?
Yasmin, do you remember what compliment Nimi may have said about this guy?
I don't even think I complimented him. I think maybe I said something bad, but he took it as a
Maybe
compliment.
you're the subcontinent MILF. And JJ, it was doggy. Then I told her to take cowgirl position. How does he know all of these routines and moves when it's his first time?
Also,
Imagine your first time being doggy.
No, imagine your first time telling her what to do.
Yeah.
No. I told her to turn around and go cowgirl.
Go cowgirl.
Yeah.
Riding me like a bull.
Yeah.
Anyway, when I said the dirtiest place, I meant her, not the Emirate. Because we were like, what's wrong with Sharjah?
That's rude. Dude, if you're listening right now, that's really disrespectful.
No, but wait. It is fun to listen to you guys. Keep it up. So, friend of ours, friend of the show.
We need as many as we can get.
Fan of us. When I say the dirtiest place, I meant her. The thing is, mate.
Man to man, speak to him.
Can't I? The beloved vagina is not a place.
What is it?
It's a destination. It's something you aim for.
You explore.
You explore. You don't explore a place.
No.
You explore a destination.
Yeah.
And that's all I can say on that, mate.
Put some respect on it.
Because you're never going to reach that destination again if you talk about females in that way. So please, as a friend and a listener of the show, man to man, don't ever say that again.
Yes.
About a female.
Mm-hmm.
Because that lady is wrapping around, doggy style, flipping, cowgirl. Like, come on, bro.
Yeah. Trying to pleasure you.
Go try and sleep with someone else, and then you can weigh up your options about how good that time was in that hotel.
Yeah.
Because you're not going to get it like that all the time. That sounds like a fucking dream come true.
Yeah, and let us know how the second time goes.
Keep in touch.
Yeah.
Keep in touch as a loyal listener. But anyway, let's just discuss what you've been up to today.
Yeah.
You had an interview with none other than Jada Pinkett Smith.
Yeah.
Well, she had the pleasure of being interviewed by you, the Nimi Meta, speaker by NimiMeta.com, 20% discount on checkout with Nimi JJ20.
Oh, bloody hell. Yeah, it was a moment, guys. I actually cried.
Did ya?
Yeah, I cried because, it's actually like a really monumental moment in my career.
No, but you've had loads of those monumental moments. Is it now becoming a bit maybe diluted now that you've done it so many times? You've done the Steve Harvey with the moustache. You've done the Tara Banks.
Mm-hmm.
You've done the Jada Pinkett Smith.
Yeah.
You got the pleasure of sitting across from the JJ Thompson for 4 years, kind of showing you the ropes, telling you how it's done. And I've handed the baton of presenting success and handed it over to you. So how do you feel about that?
Yeah. Well, firstly, I want to say thank you so much. Thank you for all that you've done.
Long time coming.
You are the reason I am who I am today.
Facts.
No, I think you're right. And this is where I've been like so conscious of it. Like, I don't want to normalize it. I don't want to, like, it was always my dream to sit down with celebrities and talk to them. But I don't want to normalize, like, having a big celebrity interview and getting to chat to them. I think I should still treat it like it's my first interview ever.
Yeah.
And so that's why I was crying, because I was like, I'm really self-aware in like where I am in life. And like, honestly, little like me would have been screaming her head off.
Couldn't
like,
believe that you've got there.
could not believe it. So yeah, that's why I was crying. So I don't want to like normalize it for sure.
Nimi showed me a screenshot of it. So if you got any techniques, tricks or tips for people that want to screenshot a Zoom but look like they're not screenshotting a Zoom.
I know.
And like, because when you're doing that, you've got to try and look pretty. You don't want to be looking like you're mid-sentence.
Yeah, I'm struggling,
But you've
guys.
also got to move your phone to make sure it's like that you don't know they're screenshotting.
Well,
so how did you do it?
I have the full video on my.
You screen recorded it.
Well, I had to.
All right, okay, for the
that's
show,
the
of course.
For the show, and so I screen recorded it. And
It'd be
then
weird if you just had the call and you didn't.
Well,
Just
yeah,
a
and
two
that, I was
catching
thinking
up.
that, like, imagine. So it was like a Zoom call, right? And it was like this, and we're side by side, and she's got the light set up.
Yeah, she's got a full-on thing going, hasn't she, with the lighting,
She looks
backlit.
unreal, and I'm just like with my olive tree,
Yeah.
not looking that good.
Did you ask her about the G.I. Jane stuff?
No, we weren't allowed to talk about movies or anything specific.
Why not?
What do you mean, G.I. Jane?
That was the joke.
Oh,
that
the
Chris...
joke. Sorry.
Yeah, that's what Chris Rock said.
If you said slap, I would have known what you were talking
No,
about.
but I just saw her hair and it made me think of G.I. Jane.
Yeah, so she did talk about it.
Yeah.
And
Give us the exclusive. Give the scoop.
yeah, so she basically said that obviously we all now know that they were separated, right, for 7 years. They're not together.
Yeah.
So when she went to the Oscars with him, she wasn't actually his wife. They've been separated. They haven't been living together, nothing. But as a family member, she went along. And then the slap happened, and then Will referred to her as a wife.
Yeah, get my wife's name out of your mouth.
And she was like, I was shocked. I was a bit
I haven't
surprised.
said that for a while.
Because I haven't heard wife in like years, and now all of a sudden I'm the wife, and it all happened. And she goes, but I realized I am still his wife. Like, we're not legally separated or divorced or anything.
Yeah.
So she was like, I'm ride or die. Like, we're gonna stand together and get through this tough time.
Celebrities are so weird, aren't they? Because if I broke up with, so I have an ex, right, and I get nominated for an award, I would then not ask the ex, going, I've made it here.
Yeah.
You're going to have to come with me and watch how amazing your husband is, your ex-partner is.
Yeah.
Like, I just don't know how that works. But some reason in the celebrity world, like, that's normal.
I think I would. Like, if me and my husband split up, I love him so much as a human that, like, if I was then like hosting the Oscars, for example, right, I would want him to be there with me.
You're like the female Simon Cowell. Like, you don't live in the real world, mate. Like, Deep is basically your Sunita at this point, if you broke up.
Sunita. Oh my God, I just imagined him in like a bikini thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's basically where he is at this point. If you invite him to an award ceremony, hopefully you'd have maybe someone else you'd take rather than your ex.
Yeah, but Jada and Will, like, they have kids together and like they co-parent and like you want it to be mutual love and respect. Like, you can still be friends.
Well, can you tell my mum and dad that then, please?
Yeah,
They
I
didn't speak to
know.
each other ever again.
I know. Well, that's a bit tough,
Yeah,
isn't
it
it?
is.
Don't want to go down that route.
But these celebrities are just like acting like it's absolutely normal.
I
and
know.
fine. And just like you break up with someone, but like, no, we're consciously uncoupling, like Coldplay
Yeah,
geezer said.
But don't you agree that now marriage looks very different to what we all like were taught marriage to look like? Like, everything's amazing, and the 2.0 family, like with 2 kids and like live in a house. Like, people are doing things so differently now.
How are people doing it now?
Like, I
in
feel
your
like
head?
they make their own rules to marriage, you know? Like, even especially in my culture, like Indian marriage looks like me being at home, making sure I've got a meal on the table for my Indian husband every day. That does not fucking happen ever.
It's about time we went back to that. We need to do a reset, I think.
I did see like a video about...
How would you live if you had to then one day someone comes into government or whatever and goes, you know what, women back in the kitchen? You'd explode, mate.
Yeah.
You'd be there banging pots and pans on your own head.
Although I'll be honest, lately I have been having thoughts of like, why can't I just be a housewife? Why can't I just like imagine chilling at home all day with my kid, having a good old time, eating whatever the fuck I want, because it doesn't matter how I look.
Her dog, by the way.
Yeah, dog.
Yeah.
Like husband coming home.
Yeah.
Like, oh honey, don't worry. You're stressed. I've got some good food for you on the table.
Oh, I thought you were about to go somewhere else to release that stress. That's probably what you would have preferred it.
Or that.
Yeah.
But like that looks really appealing right now, because me trying to be an independent woman, start a business and keep a business afloat right now is really fucking hard.
Yeah, tell me about it, mate.
Why did we choose this life, ladies?
Like, I've said it before, but the news and Instagram and TikTok and all that have sold us a fucking lie.
Yeah.
Ladies, let's have a revolt.
Yeah.
Ladies, let's bind together and get back in the kitchen and start going back to the old ways. That's what we were all on the same page, right? You know, when I say this, by the way, guys, this is not what I want.
Yeah.
I love Nimi having a business, and I love my wife going out exploring the world and living her dream and achieving her dreams. I love that Phoenix has now, my sense was like, mum is at home and she looks after us and dad goes and works, right? Phoenix is now going to look at women in a completely different way to maybe the way I was brought up looking at them. I've educated myself. I know that wasn't right. That he's going to now look at mum and go, you know what? Men and women are hard working. If you want to get anywhere in life, everyone has to work hard. And I love my mum for going out and getting it and chasing a dream. I love my dad. He's doing the exact same thing. Yeah. But sometimes, Nimi, I want to be a stay-at-home husband.
I know. How do guys feel about that? Because like you don't really have a choice, do you?
No, we have to go out and work.
Yeah.
Most of the time, not majority of the time, there are stay-at-home dads, and I want to be one of them. So guys, ladies, scrap what I've said. Ladies, get out there. Let's completely flip the script.
For God's
Men,
sake.
revolt. Let's get back into the kitchen.
Yeah, you switched that up real quick.
Yeah, that's what I'd rather do.
Yeah.
Because yesterday, me and Catherine were back in Phoenix, and I had a bit of a stressful day, and I got home, and I was like, this is the happiest I've been all day. He's the happiest part of my day, and I only get it for 30 minutes or to an hour a day before he goes to bed. Yeah. And I was stood there with his little hippopotamus toy on the side of the bath, and I was going do-do-do-do-do-do, and he was belly laughing his head off. Yeah. And I was like, I would love to have that every minute of every day and get paid a salary for it.
That'd be
nice,
so
wouldn't it?
Good.
Fucking hell.
No, you need to make Phoenix, we've discussed this before, make him like YouTube famous, get him reviewing toys and stuff. They make so much money. Then you'll all just be laughing. You'll be sitting at home just earning p.
Yeah, I was chatting to our CFO today about football and about me back in the day playing football, because believe it or not, guys, I was very, very good. But I just didn't have the hunger and desire. So now I hope that I have 17 years now. Project Mbappe.
Wow.
Nimi calls it Project Paul Scholes because he got a ginger mum. Project Mbappe for me. He needs to get to the very top. We're close enough to Saudi in the UAE that he's going to be in the Saudi Premier League and going to get paid $500 million a week to just kick a ball, and then I can retire. That's my plan. That's my strategy. We're doubling down.
And are you hoping Phoenix will pay you a salary?
I expect it. I expect that he pays me a salary, because I'm now dedicating my life.
Yeah.
My life, hard work, to him making it as a professional footballer.
And so what if he says, okay, Dad, but you're only allowed 25 days of holiday a year. This is your allowance. What would you do then if Phoenix turned around and said that?
I'd fucking sue him. Because at the end of the day, I spaffed where I spaffed and brought him into this world. And that would be my argument, Your Honour.
Yeah, valid.
All of his potential brothers and sisters went down the drain, Nimi.
Yeah. What's happening? You guys planning another child? He's 1 year old now. They say once you pop one out.
You know what? Catherine actually said this to me yesterday. Do you fancy having another one? And I went, yes. Not yet.
Oh.
You figure life out.
Yeah.
I got sent a meme the other day about ejaculation.
Oh, nice. JJ.
All right. If you like her, remember that she was sperm. So actually, you like her dad's cum, which makes you gay.
Ew. What? I mean, it's logic, to be fair.
If you like her, remember that she was sperm. So you actually like her dad's cum, which makes you gay.
That is gross. Also, every layer of that is disgusting. It was one of your dodgy friends, wasn't it? That said that.
It was just a meme that went round for a few friends, actually, and I thought it was quite funny. It's quite funny, isn't it?
Quite visual as well. That is.
Anyway, what would you do?
No, let me do a thread thing first.
All right.
Okay, so here we go. Let me get the Jada stuff out. Okay. So, men are revealing things that every man does but will never admit out loud.
And then I've got to say if I do it or not.
Yeah.
Because I will admit out loud. I think we've learned that.
Okay, here we go. Imagine your entire life with a girl you just met. Has that happened before?
Of course.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
In what way? Like, what?
Like, you might
see her...
meet someone and you're like, the attraction is there, but then you try and, like, you in your head sit down with them on the sofa, you think about going to restaurants, then you think about having a child with them, and then you just think, nah, not for me.
So you go through all of that just to realise you don't want it.
You go through all of life's key moments and then go, could I do it with this person? Probably not.
No.
But when I did that with Catherine, it was like, tick, 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 tick. Cool, let's go.
Amazing. That's good. That's really good to know.
Do girls not do that?
No.
You've never met a guy
Never.
and went, let me role play my life with this person. Yeah, Yasmin does it, our producer.
Really? I mean, I'm married to a guy and I still haven't done it with him in my head. Do you know what I mean? Like,
that's probably an issue there, mate. I don't know what it is, but I'm sure it is.
No, I just don't like.
What, you've never you interviewed Steve Harvey, looked at his moustache. He's probably not washed for years, and went not played out a life together with like a celebrity that you've met,
Never.
Shawn Mendes.
Never.
You never played that role played a life with Shawn Mendes.
No, but that would be amazing. My God, I'd get lost in that.
You know what you role play?
Yeah.
The life with yourself. That is
Yeah.
what you actually know. But I know
that
that's
is the main
genuinely
focus.
what you do.
Yeah.
And this is why you're so successful.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter about anyone else and role play. If anything, if you role played, it would be like, he'd get in the way of my career there. So probably not.
When I meet people, even friends, all I think about is like, how can we be mutually beneficial to each other? As no, not in business wise, as value of like, I could be a good friend to you.
How can I leverage JJ Thompson's 2013 X Factor's career to get me an interview with Jada Pinkett Smith?
Oh my
You've carved
God.
it out perfectly, Nimi.
Yeah, no, that really
It should have been
work.
me interviewing G.I. Jade, not
I
you.
know. What is something all guys do but will never admit to doing? Morning pee sometimes goes sideways and there's nothing you can do about it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's literally nothing you can do about it, especially when you've got a piss boner.
I don't understand. Like, you're in control.
Oh, no. You're not. You think you're in control. But that fire hose
And
can
do you
go
clean
its
it?
own
Do you clean up
direction.
after
I mean,
yourself?
Yeah, you have a go. You have a go
I
at
bet
it.
with your foot.
You have a go. You're married to a man who does the exact same
But
thing.
we don't share bathrooms. We have separate bathrooms. Not all, and we don't share toothbrushes, JJ. You know, some couples actually have like hygiene boundaries.
The fact you have separate bathrooms, I feel sorry that you shared that because your relatability has gone down to literally zero.
I know every couple I know has separate bathrooms.
Which shows the relatability is absolute zero.
Guys, I'm not trying to be relatable here. I'm just being honest. It's essential to my marriage, like, surviving, that we have separate bathrooms.
When you grew up, did you have a downstairs bathroom? When you grew up, how many... No, I'm not talking about the first 2 years of your life, Nimi.
Okay.
Past the age of 5.
Okay.
Because I know that's when things really blew up.
No, actually,
In
it
the
was
best
like
way.
15 when it blew up.
Okay. How many bathrooms did you have for the 4 of you?
In our first house, 2.
This is why she's relatable, guys. She had the 2 bathrooms. That's absolutely
Well, my
fine.
mum and dad had an ensuite in there. That's where we would shower, and then there was the main bathroom with a toilet.
To be fair, I'm digging you out. We had about when I was growing up, we had a 3-year heyday.
Okay.
There was cash.
Wow.
There was I don't know where from or how, but my dad bought land, knocked down the bungalow which was in, and built this fucking 6-bedroom house
Wow.
with like en suites for days.
Oh my! So why is this the first time I'm ever hearing about this, Mister? Oh, I come from a really tough background.
It was a 3-year window of dreams that went south very quickly.
Oh, did you lose the house?
We sold the house. They had to sell the house, I think. I don't know the full story.
Okay.
But I remember one time, and it was around that time actually, my dad sat us all down at a beach in Bulgaria, or France maybe. We sat down, and he sat us all down and went, guys, just so you all know, and bear in mind, I was 7 years old at the time. I was 8 years old. Just so you know, your dad is about to become a millionaire. And we were fucking buzzing, Nimi. Absolutely buzzing. Just don't get too excited right now.
Yeah.
Life's about to get very different for all of you.
Yeah.
I'm about to be a millionaire.
Wow.
And then the questions that were coming out of my mouth going like, can I get any toy I want? And he was like, yep, any toy you'll want. Can I go to dance lessons, assistant? Yeah, any dance lesson you want to do. Can I go to a better school? Yeah, any school you want to go to.
Wow.
That didn't happen, Nimi. It went very opposite, to be honest.
And were you aware that you were losing it?
I wasn't aware of anything. I just knew my dad didn't become a millionaire, Nimi. So it went south. And then when you give a child this expectation of getting all the toys they wanted and then at the end not getting it, I guess that's maybe having more of a detrimental fact. So if you're going to become a millionaire, parents, keep that news to yourself.
Yeah.
Don't count the chickens until they hatch.
100%. Like, I actually didn't know that my parents were doing well. I had no idea. Me and my sister weren't aware. So we were still like pinching every penny, to be honest.
Yeah.
When I was at the corner shop, I would still like, do I want a 50p chocolate?
Yeah. Can we afford this 50p chocolate?
Yeah. So my parents like really raised us to like not think we had money. And then I'll tell you the moment I realized we had money was when my parents, we were 18 years old. I was 18 and my parents were like, you're going to fly business class with us. And I was like, oh my God. But then I still thought, oh my God, my parents have scrimped and saved to be able to do this for us. So I thought it was like a one-time thing. And then it became more regular. I was like, oh.
Fucking hell.
God, you guys have been holding back.
You guys have been turning right. I'm going left on this plane. I never turn right.
Never looked back.
I know. And you just stood on the shoulders of all your dad's hard work. Like,
yeah, exactly. I actually
But what I
shouldn't
love
have to
about
work.
you don't probably need to, Nimi.
Yeah.
And I've said this time and time again privately. Say it behind your back.
Yeah.
What I love about Nimi is that you don't necessarily have to work as hard as you have to work.
Yeah.
But for some reason, and I don't know what the trigger is to why you do this. I have an idea, but I'm not going to say it 'cause it's not my story. The fact that you get out of bed every day and work harder than everyone, have a higher goal than most, and unshakenly know that you're going to achieve that and will do anything you have to do to get there is so admirable. Because there are people that don't come from much, that still don't have the drive that you have. There are people that have everything you have as a family and as a unit and as yourself that don't work hard.
Yeah.
So I don't know whatever that is in you, but I think it's amazing that you have this drive, and it inspires me to drive. I have very similar drive and ambition. But you just smashed it, mate. I was very proud of you.
Hey, don't make me cry again today.
Fuck this podcast. What would you do? This is a load of shite.
It really is. Let's get back to talking about women being dirty.
Yes.
No. Last one.
Yeah, okay.
Last one, because I really want to know about this from you. So what was the thing? What is something all guys do but will never admit to doing? Daydream about insane scenarios that will never happen where you're the main hero who swoops in to save the day. Is that true?
I don't know if I do that, to be honest.
Okay.
I don't have a superhero fucking fantasy thing. I don't care for DC or that sort of world.
But have you ever visualized like you saving your family and like saving Catherine and Phoenix?
Yeah.
See? So
yeah,
you
I have actually, when I'm thinking about it that way, yeah.
Like what?
Like, remember, I have these intrusive thoughts and that, and then I'll have like a stranger coming in and trying to stab my whole family, and then I'm going in, I'm battering him and stuff like that. Yeah, I have these things happen quite
So
regularly.
you visualise it. You're
I
like, I'm going to do
visualise
this,
it.
and then this is going to happen. And at the end, Catherine Phoenix is going to look at me like I'm amazing.
I'm a hero.
Wow.
But the reality is that time where we had a fire and I just fucking went, pick your favourite cat and let's get downstairs.
That's the actual reality.
Someone's got to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the thread. I'm going to conclude that. So
All right,
move
I've
on.
got a what would you do?
Okay, go on.
Hi. I've had such a strange experience. I've been talking to a man I matched with on Hinge for nearly a month. We had our second date this weekend and we slept together for the first time. Leading up to the second date, we had been sexting loads and he told me that he has an extremely big penis and it causes him a lot of problems. He stopped the sexting to warn me.
Oh.
He said it's got in the way of sex. He said he's always been fetished for it. He struggles to get fully hard because it's so big. He said it was 12 inches.
No.
It's like an inch bigger than mine.
Yeah.
I was really kind about it, even though truthfully it did make me feel nervous because it's obviously been such a problem for him, I wanted to make him feel good about it. So the weekend comes and we get down to business. I packed lube in my overnight bag. We laid together kissing and then I felt his dick and I went into shock. Guys, his dick was tiny. Not just small, tiny. Maybe 2 inches soft and 4 erect, which I wouldn't have minded at all, but because I was expecting a gargantuan monster, it came as a massive shock. And he didn't say anything. He just casually carried on. I didn't say anything either. I felt so embarrassed. I don't know what to do now because he's such a nice guy and I do like him, but what the fuck is this about?
What would you do?
What would you do?
Well, like,
To Nimi, what would you do?
why did he have to hype it like that? Because now the come down is greater. Like, he should not have even mentioned the size of his peen. You should have just waited for her to actually see the reality of it. Because she was expecting now a 12-inch. And what she got was a tiny little
2 inch,
pea
10,
stick.
10 inches like left to go. Firstly, a man approaches you, you're attracted to him.
Yeah.
Sorry, Deep, this is not real scenario,
Yeah.
all right? But put yourself in that
Yeah.
scenario. And he says he has a 12-inch wanger. Like, what do you do with that information? Are you excited about it? Are you excited to see a size penis that big? That's like that.
That's big. That's very big.
Massive.
I personally, no.
I think you'd handle it and just take it on the chin. Literally.
I reckon I just like, I wouldn't, if a guy was to come up to me and say that, it just wouldn't matter. Like, it doesn't.
No, it does matter though.
No, it matters.
It fucking matters to your insides.
And girls and women and ladies, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but like, it's not the end of, like, that isn't the first thing I think of. If I was single, that is not the first thing I would think of as a priority.
Yeah, I know.
Yes, it's on the list,
Yeah.
but it's not a priority. So, like, if a guy comes to me, honestly, and tells me I've got a 12-inch, I wouldn't believe him, to be honest.
Yeah.
I
Because
feel
you
like
know
most-
anyway, and you look at them and know. You
Yeah.
probably knew straight away. You actually know, mate. Stop lying. You've got a
Exactly.
2-inch peen.
Yeah, and also, sorry, it's like a guy saying that, you're already telling me it's small.
Yeah.
Just by coming and, like, shouting and screaming about it.
Yeah, but the way he said it was probably very
Yeah.
convincing. Like, I'm sexy, but I just want to let you know my penis is massive. I'm just trying to get into the brain of this guy.
Was he trying to be funny?
I don't know. Obviously not, because he's just carried on. No embarrassment. But he probably thought this is what gets girls excited. So the only way I'm going to get them into the bedroom is to say I've got a massive wanger.
I mean, it
because there's going to
worked.
be intrigue at the end of the day.
It worked. It got her in there.
Yeah.
But, like, I'm surprised she didn't say something in the moment, because I think I would say something.
What the fuck is this?
Yeah. No, I'd be
Are
like,
you a child?
I'd actually be like, where is it?
Yeah.
You
Where-
spoke about it. Where is it?
Where are you hiding this
Yeah.
thing?
Yeah. Is it arriving? Like,
Yeah.
where is it coming from? Because
Yeah.
you lied. I would stop instantly. I wouldn't even continue.
Yeah, you'd feel lied to, of course.
Like, how would you like it if a woman sent you, like, a picture of her massive boobs and you were so excited that you were going to get to play with them later,
Just imagine it. It's going to be the best day of my life.
and you got there and she was an ironing board? You'd be gutted. You'd be a bit gutted because I, like, built you up that I was going to have this amazing things and you were fantasizing about the things you would do with them,
Yeah.
and it did not plan out that way at all.
Because there's nothing wrong. That's not really the first thing I go to either.
Exactly.
To be honest.
So it's not like the main priority. And however, she did say like, but he's a really nice guy.
He's a really nice guy, but at the end of the
But he
day,
lied.
like
Why'd he lie?
you can have a nice guy, but if you're not going to be able to satisfy this woman,
Yeah.
at the end of the day, she's going to go elsewhere looking for that 12-inch foot-long Subway.
So my friend got with a guy once, and she really, really liked him. It was a really big build-up to getting into the bedroom together.
I love talking about this stuff. It just reminds me of my youth. Just the excitement of that moment.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
And so they had their moment after a night out. Start to kiss, amazing kisser, she said. All of a sudden, his pants come off, and he is tiny. She was like...
We don't want to kink shame or micro-peen shame.
Absolutely not. I don't think it was a micro-peen.
Yeah, but just...
But it was small. And she was like, Nimi, I have never seen anything like it. I continued, and I got through it all.
Maybe he had Pilly Willy if they had a big night out.
He doesn't drink.
So I can't help you there, mate.
You're on your own,
I
mate.
really tried for you, buddy.
Anyway, but to some women, it's super, super important, like in how they feel about that person. So I feel like some people can separate it, but she just had a very unenjoyable sexual experience.
Let's put it
that way. Let's put it that way. She was horrified and they never spoke again.
The thing is, when I was younger, I'd always we'd do there'd be sexting or whatever. Like, I was a horny little kid. I would do sexting and all this stuff, and I'd build it up in my head so much, which then brings it back to the two pumper. Do you know what I mean? I'd build it up, and I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this. I'm like fucking that Christian Grey geezer and 50 Shades.
Yeah.
I didn't even give her one shade. I barely gave her a shade of grey.
Thanks for that. Good movie. I started thinking about Rita Ora in that movie. That's the first thing that came to my mind. I'm like, why is she in it?
I have no care for those movies.
How long we done this? 30. Oh wow, we're doing well.
We're flying.
I actually enjoyed the more express episodes we did.
Yeah,
last time.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we tend to waffle on.
Yeah. What do you guys think? Do you want us, me and Nimi, to abuse each other or love each other?
We do a bit of both in each episode.
Yeah, we
to
do.
Be fair.
We do. To be fair. Thank you so much for listening. This was a shorter episode. Nimi's tired from Jada Pinkett Smith. Nimi has fucking a massive day in this studio today.
Well, I just got interviewed in this studio.
Yeah, so Nimi's day. Interview Jada Pinkett Smith in the morning. Get interviewed for another one of my clients' podcasts because they really wanted to speak to her.
Yeah.
A couple of episodes of What Would You Do because we need to get ahead. And then you've got a couple of episodes of you hosting.
Yeah.
Another podcast.
Yeah, that's my Friday.
Do you want to work for me full time, mate?
I might as well.
You actually might as well.
I might as well live here.
You could be like T-boy.
Yeah.
For something. That'd be nice.
Carrot, a bit of carrot.
Yeah, carrot chai.
Yeah, I'd love that.
Thank you so much for listening. Make sure you drop us a follow on Apple Podcast or Spotify or wherever you listen. Subscribe to us on YouTube. We put the link in the episode description to make it nice and easy for you. And also drop us a DM. What would you do, JJ and Nimi, on Instagram of what is going on in your life. I do not want to continue the back and forth with the subcontinent guy.
No, that is done now.
I think maybe there'll be one more reply from him. I think maybe it'll be done.
Yeah, but do let us know about the second time you have sex.
And ultimately, treat everybody with the same respect.